Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kyra and I am a recovering beauty guru. And what that means is in the last 6 years, I bought anything and everything that I wanted in the beauty category without any mind towards what I could actually use up, whether a product was right for me or not. I did lots of shopping, very little returning, and a lot of collecting. And so this year, what I'm looking to do, besides continue to use up products in my collection through project panning and other avenues, is that I want to curate my collection and have there be a more realistic number of products in my collection. I am going to be doing this for all categories of makeup, but I am not necessarily going to be going in order. There are categories in my collection where I'm going to have to start working through some products in terms of working with them and deciding how I feel about them before I can do a full declutter like this one. So we are starting with primer, but the next one could be lipstick or eyeliner, who knows. And if you love videos like this, like I do, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press all notifications so you won't miss out on future videos. I did put up recently an if I could only keep 5 eyeshadow palettes video, and you guys voted to have it become a series, which I'm very excited about. So as I go through and declutter my collection, the next video after each declutter will be my if I could only keep 5 in that category. So you will be seeing my top 5 primers coming soon. And with all of that said, let's get into it. So we're gonna kind of break it up based on what these are for. And I think we're gonna start with my glowy bases. So I have 4 glowy primers here, 2 of them from Say Beauty. This is the shade Sun Glow, which is the bronzy shade, and this is the shade Star Glow. This is the Drunk Elephant Be Goldy Bright Drops. These have niacinamide in, and I do use these as a primer, even though it's kind of a skincare item. So I wanted to put it in here. And then I have my Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup in the shade 01 Light. The thing I do like about all 4 of these primers is that they don't add a ton of hydration to the skin. I have combo oily skin, and when I want a little glow under my foundation, I want it without the dewiness, because the dewiness will cause my makeup to break up, cause me to produce oil. So these 4 are all really good for combo oily skin types, but they're also good for any skin type. This again is the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector Glow Makeup. This one is quite sheer, which I do enjoy as a glowy primer to go all over my skin before makeup. I would prefer it to be just a subtle glow from within, because I produce my own glow on a daily basis, especially in warm weather. And so I do really like this one. I don't love, of course, the puffball applicator. It does make it convenient for applying it to the skin. My daughter does absolutely love this one. She uses it basically like her coverage product. You know, you can see it doesn't have much in the way of coverage, but she's got beautiful skin, so she doesn't need coverage anyhow. It's definitely a great option from the drugstore, and it does set down completely, as do the other 3 here. So it does make it a good option for oily skin, and especially if you're a beauty ballin' on a budget. All right, next let's talk about the Drunk Elephant Be Goldy Bright Drops. And with 5% niacinamide, I absolutely love these. I did receive these in PR, full disclosure. That's the only reason I have them, because I am balling on a budget. I do tend to keep these in my bathroom, just because sometimes I'll wear them without any makeup at all. It is a beautiful brightening gold shine to it, and it does blend out. It doesn't look shimmery on the skin. I think it feels great on the skin. Just like the Maybelline, it sets down completely. So, you know, it's not adding any extra moisture. Niacinamide, if you didn't know, helps to not only brighten the complexion, but to control oil. So again, that makes this the perfect product for me. And it is a little bit more brightening than the Maybelline Glow Makeup, which is nice because if I do want a brightening effect, that will definitely get me there. So you can see that these are different in terms of color or tone, but they are very similar in their finish. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel. Gel is right in the name. And this one is in the shade Star Glow. You can see that it is brightening like the Drunk Elephant drops, but this is more of your pinky champagne. So for me, this can be a better tone for me to wear during winter months when I'm a little bit more pale. I like the Be Goldie drops for when my skin has a little more color to it, because it is that warm golden champagne color. But this one is every bit as beautiful. I will say, I do think that the Drunk Elephant drops are just a little bit more smooth and less sparkly, but there's not like chunks of glitter or anything like that in the product. I will also say that this has a scent to it. I don't know if it's a natural scent or if it is added to. It's slightly floral to me. It doesn't hang around, I don't feel like, once the product does set down, as it does. Just to call that out in case fragrance is something that bothers you, whether added or just a part of the product. So the last one is our Say Glowy Super Gel in the shade Sun Glow, which is our bronzy option. I really like this the most mixed in with skincare, just to give a light bronzy look to the skin. And this is just my current version. I do like the Drunk Elephant debronzy drop, but I do like this one. I like it because it dries down completely, very natural. You can apply it alone, as you can see here, and it still will look natural as a base. But I also like mixing it in with my sunscreen or my moisturizer. These are the 4 glowy bases that I have, and I like them all for different reasons, which is why I'm going to keep all 4 of these. The Be Goldie Bright Drops are definitely like at least half empty, so no reason to like get rid of the Say drops or the Say Glowy Super Gel that does the same thing, because I'll be ready to work on that one after the Drunk Elephant is all gone. I like the 4-in-1 Perfector because it's more my skin tone, and so it lends that glow without being overly bright or bronze or anything like that. I also really enjoy this as a liquid highlighter. I also enjoy the Say as a liquid highlighter. So I do think that I will work my way through all 4 of these, and they all 4 bring something different to my makeup routine. And because I purchased all of these except for the Drunk Elephant, I do want to use them up. Alrighty, let's talk about smoothing primers and mattifying primers. I'm going to put these 2 together over here. These are definitely matte primers. And then these 3 over here are more of your smoothing primers. So let's first talk about the matte primers. The first one is from Paula's Choice. This is the Shine Stopper Instant Matte Finish. It says it provides all-day shine control, minimizes pore appearance, creates a silky matte finish. And this is a great product. I just don't know if I need it. This is a lotiony white consistency, but the cool thing about this one, and I suppose this would probably ring true for other mattifying primers as well, but the thing about this one is that it is meant to be used under makeup, over makeup to set it, or you can use it as a touch-up product should your makeup get oily throughout the day. I definitely think it does a good job at smoothing the skin. My one drawback to this one is that I just feel like it's maybe a little too matte. When I wear this, depending on the foundation I wear it with, I remember at the time that I purchased this, I was using my L'Oreal Tinted Serum quite a bit, and it just makes my skin look dry. So while I think this is great for events or, you know, those extra long days or things like that, I don't know that this is a product for me, but I also want to compare it with its other friend here. I did recently receive this in PR. I did buy the Paula's Choice myself. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. And these products are very similar. In fact, they feel almost exactly the same. They do both blur the pores, but I just feel like the Estee Lauder one is a tiny bit more hydrating, so it doesn't end up looking as dry. It doesn't make my skin look dried out like this one does. And as I get older, you know, while I still have combo oily skin, and especially during warm weather, I still have maturing skin. I'm 42 years old and I'm not getting any younger over here. And I just like the way this one feels and looks on my skin better than this one. So I am going to part with the Paula's Choice. I was really glad to try this product and to be able to recommend it. And I still do recommend it. I just, for me and my skin, I just don't think I need something quite this potent. Part of me is like, oh, just keep it around for special events. But honestly, I'm not going to reach for this for a special event, maybe in a touch-up capacity. But again, I feel like maybe this product would work in that way. And I certainly plan to test that theory. But also, I just, like I said, I'm not going to wear this if it makes my skin look old. So this one is going to go. And this one is going to stay. Let's talk about these three. Before I forget to say so, I did receive the Lancome Le Base Pro in PR. I do get some PR from Lancome. So just putting that out there, but that does not affect my review. One of my favorite smoothing primers of all time is this liquid poreless putty primer from e.l.f. I am super excited to be using this in my Project 10 uses. Not only did it give me an excuse to pull in a favorite primer, but it also works really well under things like tinted moisturizer, skin tints, because it does have that smoothing quality. It does help the longevity of the makeup over top, and I just really like it. It's an all-around really well-balanced product. I did not get along with the regular poreless putty primer. It was too hydrating for me, but I love this version, and that's basically how it went for me with the Tatcha product that this is kind of a dupe for. I definitely preferred the liquid silk canvas versus the one in the pot. So that one's not going anywhere. I do feel like I'm going through this kind of quickly. It's not quite a full fluid ounce. It's a 28 mil. So I don't know. It'll get used. I do really enjoy that one, and I probably would repurchase it even. So again, this is the Lancome Le Base Pro. This is a perfecting makeup primer with a smoothing effect. You can see here, it's kind of an occlusive, clear formula. It's very similar to something like Smashbox's original primer. It has a nice slip to it, but it's like silky. It's not at all greasy. I mean, this definitely has silicone in it, so if silicones don't work for you, I would steer clear of this one probably still, even though I absolutely love the smoothing effect it does. I have to be very careful to use very little of this product. If it's too heavy, it will cause my makeup to break up. But as silicone primers go, I do really like this one. And so I'll be keeping it for now and see if it gets much use over the next, you know, handful of months going into the second half of the year here pretty soon. But for now, I'm going to keep it. I've used it somewhere between 6 and a dozen times, and I did really enjoy it. It may not be something I can use a lot in the summer, but I am going to keep it for now. Next, we have these two, which are the same thing. This one's completely unopened, sealed in the box. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. This has Upsolate technology, and this is the universal shade, so it's just translucent. If you see little black hairs in here, it's because of the brush that I like to use to apply this. I do really love this product, actually, and I do use it pretty regularly. I do especially like it with my Yummy Skin tint from Danessa Myricks, but I just got these are minis. These are from the like a promo code at Sephora, and this is really cool and multi-functional, like the Paula's Choice is, in that you can put this under your makeup. If you use a tinted version, you can use it as your makeup. You can put this over your makeup to set. You can use this on your face and your eyes. So it's a really, really versatile product, and I just really wanted to try it. I got this one, loved it so much that the next time I saw it for a point perk or a promo code, I went ahead and got a second one. They're definitely not going anywhere. This is the type of product that works best for me versus the Paula's Choice if I have an event or something like that. And lastly, we have my hydrating and gripping primers. This is the one that's really only hydrating. It's the Ciate London Vitamin Boost Plumping Primer. My daughter got this in an Ipsy bag, so this is like a deluxe sample size, and I have like hardly anything left in here. This is in my 2024 project pan, so I am going to go ahead and finish this one, but it's definitely not something I would reapply. I really don't find that this does much. It does give a tiny bit of hydration to the skin, but it also like dries down. So I just don't know, honestly, how much it really does. It says that it's a plumping primer. I'm looking forward to this one being done. I do feel like I can finish it up easily, however, so I'm not going to declutter it. I'm just going to finish it up. And then we have 3 gripping and hydrating primers. A favorite that I absolutely love is the Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. My skin loves niacinamide. It is a great ingredient for me and my combo oily skin to control oil in my makeup throughout the day. And I especially like it because this Power Grip Primer is hydrating. So it grips my makeup, it hydrates my skin, and it helps with oil control. So that's a win in my book. That's like a check, check, check. So definitely keeping that one. Then I have this like mini size of the just regular Power Grip Primer. It's hydrating, it's gripping and sticky. Like there's really not a ton of difference. There's so little of this product left. I mean, you can see there's a huge air bubble in here. I just want to finish this one. This one, again, came from my daughter's Ipsy bag, and it is the Beauty Crop We Cherie Gripping Primer. It's a hydrating and gripping primer. It is red, and it smells like Cherry Jolly Ranchers, so if you are at all sensitive to fragrance, do not try this one. It is quite strong. So, you know, you can see these two are completely clear, but this one actually goes on a little bit red. You'll start out with a little bit of a red tint to your face. That doesn't bother me. Like, it dissipates as you rub it in. The problem with this one is that I don't feel like it is gripping at all. This one is currently in my 2024 project pan, and I'm just not loving it. Partially, I think, with the foundations, again, that I'm working on a tinted moisturizer and a skin tint. And so those are a little bit more hydrating all on their own, which means, you know, I'm not looking to add a ton of hydration to my skin. I use my skincare for that. So this one really does nothing other than hydrate the skin. It doesn't grip my makeup. In fact, I feel like sometimes it actually aids the breakdown of my makeup because it's so hydrating. So what I'm going to do, even though this is not a ton of product, I'm not nearly as close on this one as I am to this one, as you can see. And I just don't love this. I don't even love the cherry scent of it. I mean, it's kind of fun the first time I tried it. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and let this one go. I feel okay about that. And the reason being, I think what I will do is roll in my power grip into my year-long project and get this one, you know, finished up. If you could see, I mean, it's the product's down to like here. So I think I'm going to just switch over and start working on that one, because these actually grip my makeup, which is what I need from a gripping primer. I don't need hydration from a primer because I'm always going to prep my skin before makeup anyways. So again, I'm going to let go of the We Cherie primer, and I'm going to keep these two from e.l.f. So yes, there are only 2 leaving my collection. So there are 12 primers left that I'm keeping, including the one that I'm almost finished with. So I feel like that's fine. Like this is not about decluttering just to declutter. It's about getting my collection down to a size that feels manageable and feels like I will be able to get my money's worth and or use it up at some point. And these 2 are just not getting used and not right for my skin type. So there we go. This is my primer collection. Yes, 12 is quite a bit, but this one's almost gone. And I feel like I can work through at a minimum these 2. This one has a lot of usage on it. So I mean, I think by the end of the year, we're going to see this greatly reduced. And that's why I'm comfortable with keeping 12. You know, nobody needs this much primer, but I have this much primer. And I'm not looking to get rid of things just to get rid of them. I'm just looking to weed out the things that aren't going to work for me and or that I don't find joy in using. I hope you enjoyed this sort of longer format where I'm talking you through what I'm trying to decide with my products. These are not going to be short videos. I don't want to edit a bunch out. I just want to have you come along on a little journey of my thought processes when it comes to decluttering my collection. The only one I think that, you know, is maybe in a little bit of danger at being decluttered before I use it up would be the long comb, but maybe not. You know, maybe I just save it and I use it in the cooler months, and then maybe try and just focus on it in the cooler months and get it used up and move it out. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned because the top 5 primers is coming soon. Or if I could only keep 5 primers, that's what the video is. Good job, Kyra. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video very, very soon.